Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you something. If you're over 60, have you ever found yourself misplacing your keys more than usual? Or maybe you've lost a word right in the middle of a sentence, or walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there. If so, I want you to know you're definitely not alone. These small memory lapses can seem harmless at first, but when they start happening every day, they can slowly chip away at your confidence, disrupt your conversations, and even threaten your independence. Now, what most people don't realize is that memory decline isn't just a natural part of aging. Very often, it's about circulation. In fact, a major 2023 report in the Journal of Neurology and Cognitive Aging found something remarkable. Poor blood flow to the brain during sleep is strongly linked to memory decline in older adults. This applies even to those who eat well, stay active, and have no major health issues. This makes perfect sense when you stop and think about it. The deepest memory repair work our brain performs doesn't happen when we're awake. It happens at night, during sleep. That's when the brain clears out toxins, strengthens the connections between brain cells, and organizes all the information from the day. And there's more evidence to back this up. A long-term study from the University of Tokyo followed 1,800 seniors for 6 years. Researchers discovered that seniors who were lacking certain evening nutrients, especially those that support circulation and the brain's detox system, were nearly twice as likely to show early signs of memory loss. As someone who has cared for older adults for decades, I've seen this pattern time and time again. Memory doesn't just fail all at once. It fades slowly when the brain becomes undercirculated, undernourished, and underrested. That's why today's episode is so important. We're going to talk about a simple, natural, and science-backed nightly drink rooted in Japanese tradition that supports healthy blood flow, helps the brain detoxify during sleep, and gives your memory the essential nutrients it needs to repair itself. Let's get started. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or struggled to find a word that's right on the tip of your tongue? If you're over 60, you're not alone. And it's not just you getting old. There's real science behind why our memory starts to feel a little fuzzy. And the good news is, once you understand the why, the how to fix it becomes surprisingly simple. So, let's get right into it. What's really happening in our brains after 60? It's not that your brain is failing. Think of it more like the support systems are just slowing down a bit. First up is blood flow. As we age, our blood vessels naturally get a bit stiffer. They don't open as wide or respond as quickly. This is a big deal for the hippocampus, which is basically the brain's new memory factory. The hippocampus is hungry for oxygen and nutrients, which are delivered by your blood. When that circulation slows down, it's like trying to run a factory on a shoestring budget. A poorly fed brain is a poorly functioning brain. Simple as that. Next, let's talk about your brain's nighttime cleaning crew. While you're sleeping, your brain runs a brilliant detoxification cycle called the glymphatic system. It's designed to flush out waste proteins, like amyloid and tau. You might have heard of these because they're linked to dementia. But with age, this system can become less efficient. Imagine your cleaning crew getting a bit slower each night. If those toxins aren't cleared out properly, they start to build up, and your memory pathways get foggy and sluggish. It's like trying to drive on a road that's covered in debris. Then there's something called neuroplasticity. This is just a fancy word for your brain's incredible ability to form new connections and learn new things. The great news is, this ability never disappears, no matter how old you are. But, after 60, your brain needs stronger signals to make it happen. It needs high-quality sleep, plenty of oxygen, the right micronutrients, and a sense of emotional calm. When these essential inputs weaken, that's when memory can start to misfire. It's not that the wiring is broken. It just needs a stronger electrical current to make the connection. And this brings us to a crucial, often overlooked piece of the puzzle. Missing key nutrients, especially those that work their magic overnight. A major 6-year study from the University of Tokyo found something fascinating. Older adults who weren't getting certain nutrients to support blood flow and brain detox at night were twice as likely to develop early memory issues. Let me repeat that, twice as likely. This tells us something profound. The brain wasn't failing. It was simply running on low fuel, especially during its most important repair and recovery time when you're asleep. So, you might be thinking, okay, my support systems are slowing down. What can I actually do about it? This is where it gets really hopeful and exciting. We don't have to just accept a foggy memory as a fact of life. Science has identified specific, natural compounds found in everyday foods that can give these systems the boost they need. These compounds can improve blood flow, support that all-important nighttime detox, and strengthen your memory pathways. Let's start with one of the most powerful groups, anthocyanins. These are the plant compounds that give berries, like blueberries and other dark berries, their beautiful, deep color. But they do so much more than just look pretty. Anthocyanins are incredible for improving the flexibility of your blood vessels, which means more oxygen gets delivered to your brain. They also help reduce inflammatory proteins that can disrupt memory, and they support that glymphatic cleansing system I mentioned earlier. The evidence for this is compelling. A study from the University of Cincinnati gave older adults wild blueberry juice every day for 12 weeks. The results were amazing. Participants showed significant improvements in word recall and their ability to learn new information. They had measurable cognitive gains. These benefits are especially valuable at night, when your brain is actively working on consolidating and repairing memories. Now, here's a pro tip. To get the most out of those berries, pair them with a little bit of citrus. I'm talking about lemon, yuzu, or orange. These contain something called citrus bioflavonoids. Think of them as the support crew for the anthocyanins. They dramatically increase the bioavailability of those memory-boosting compounds, meaning your body can absorb and use them more effectively. They also reduce oxidative stress in your blood vessels and help maintain healthy blood flow while you sleep. This powerful synergy berry plus citrus is a cornerstone of why traditional recipes, like those found in Japan, have been associated with longevity and mental sharpness for centuries. Another gentle giant in the world of brain health is catechins, found in green tea, and yes, decaf green tea works too, so you don't have to worry about being kept up at night. In small, gentle amounts, catechins are fantastic for supporting mental clarity without making you feel jittery. Studies, particularly from Japan, have shown they improve function in the frontal lobe, the part of your brain responsible for focus and planning. They also support reaction time and verbal memory, enhance nighttime blood flow, and reduce inflammation in the neurons themselves. Seniors who regularly consume catechin-rich drinks have been shown to maintain sharper mental performance over the long term. But here's a crucial detail that ties this all together. Timing is everything. You might think a nightly memory drink should be taken right before bed, but that's not quite right. To get the maximum benefit, the ideal time to take these compounds is actually late morning or early afternoon. Why? Because if you take them earlier in the day, they have plenty of time to fully circulate through your system. They can then support your brain's reset process throughout the day and, most importantly, provide the hippocampus with everything it needs. Before you go into deep sleep. So, this isn't about taking a stimulant to feel sharp in the moment. It's about sending a clear signal to your brain that says, hey, you have all the fuel and resources you need to run your repair and cleaning cycles properly tonight. You're setting your brain up for success. You're giving it the tools to clear out the junk, strengthen connections, and keep your memories sharp. It's a proactive, supportive approach, not a reactive one. And it's a strategy rooted in understanding how our amazing brains actually work. So, to recap, your memory isn't just declining because of age, it's because of reduced blood flow, a slower nighttime detox, and a need for stronger signals for neuroplasticity. But by incorporating powerful, natural compounds like anthocyanins from berries, bioflavonoids from citrus, and catechins from green tea, and taking them at the right time of day, you can give your brain the support it needs to thrive. It's about nourishing your brain, not just accepting decline. It's an empowering way to take control of your cognitive health as you age. Alright, friends, now that we've covered the why behind this incredible memory drink, let's get into the how. I'm going to walk you through the exact preparation, step by step. Now, this isn't some complicated chef's recipe, but every single ingredient and every step has a specific purpose. And believe me, the timing is just as crucial as what you put in the glass. As a doctor who's spent decades helping older adults, I've learned one thing is non-negotiable. Consistency always beats complexity. If you can follow this simple daily routine, you're sending a powerful signal to your brain, telling it to kickstart its repair processes while you sleep. So, let's dive right in and break it down. First up, step 1. Choose a high-quality blueberry base. This is the foundation of our drink. You'll want to use 100% wild blueberry juice. Check the label carefully. It should say, "Not from concentrate," and have no added sugar. Why the fuss about wild blueberries? It's simple. They are packed with significantly more anthocyanins than their regular counterparts. These are the powerful compounds that support your memory, improve circulation, and help your brain detoxify overnight. For the amount, you'll need about half a cup, which is roughly 120 milliliters. Now, I know pure wild blueberry juice can sometimes be tricky to find. If you can't get your hands on it, don't worry. You can create an excellent alternative by blending 1/3 of a cup of frozen wild blueberries with a little bit of water until it's smooth. This works just as well. Now for step 2, add a small amount of fresh citrus. Fresh lemon or yuzu is your best bet here. And I really mean a small amount. This is a case where more is definitely not better. Why add citrus? Well, the bioflavonoids in lemon and yuzu are like a VIP pass for the anthocyanins from the blueberries. They boost their absorption and help them stay in your bloodstream longer, maximizing their brain-boosting effects. So, how much do you need? Just 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, that's about 5 milliliters. Or, if you're using yuzu, 3 to 4 drops of yuzu extract is perfect. This tiny amount is all you need to create that powerful synergy without causing any digestive upset. It's all about smart combinations. Let's move on to step 3, which is optional but highly powerful, adding a splash of gentle green tea, or its decaf version. If your system handles green tea well, I highly recommend this. Just add a few tablespoons of cooled green tea. Why? The catechins in green tea are fantastic for supporting your frontal lobe function, which is key for things like verbal memory and decision-making. They also help improve blood flow to the brain. We're only using a small amount here, so it won't interfere with your sleep. You'll want about 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooled green tea. And if you're sensitive to caffeine, or you've ever had trouble sleeping after having tea, just opt for decaf green tea. You'll still get those wonderful benefits without any of the stimulation. Now for step 4, and this one is incredibly important, especially for seniors. Dilute the mixture with water to reduce the sugar load. Blueberries are fantastically healthy, but they do contain natural sugars. To make this drink completely safe and beneficial for older adults, particularly those managing diabetes, hypertension, or nighttime blood sugar fluctuations, dilution is absolutely essential. We can't skip this. The ideal ratio is about 1 part of your blueberry juice mixture to 1 part water. So, if you have half a cup of the juice mix, add half a cup of water. This simple step cuts the glycemic impact in half, while preserving all those amazing memory-supporting benefits. It's the key to making this drink a healthy daily habit. Next is step 5. Drink it at the right time. The timing of when you have this drink determines how effectively those nutrients get to work supporting your brain during its nighttime repair cycle. The best time to drink it is in the late morning or early afternoon, somewhere between 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's your golden window. Why this specific time? Drinking it then gives your body plenty of time to absorb the anthocyanins, circulate all those good nutrients to your brain, lower inflammation, and set the stage for nighttime memory repair without stimulating your system right before you retrying to wind down for bed. So please, do not drink this late in the evening. It's a daytime drink for nighttime repair. Let's talk about step 6, which is optional but something I highly recommend for amplifying the effects. Pair it with a calm ritual. This drink works best when your nervous system feels safe and relaxed. Think about pairing it with a slow 5-minute walk, maybe doing some gentle breathing exercises, or simply reading something you enjoy. Even just sitting outside and soaking up some sunlight can work wonders. Why does this matter? Your memory thrives on patterns. When you consistently pair this drink with a peaceful, calming routine, your brain starts to build a powerful association. It begins to link this daily ritual with a feeling of clarity, safety, and repair. This is how the drink becomes more than just nutrition. It becomes a signal, a daily cue for your brain to heal. And finally, we arrive at step 7, the most important one of all. Repeat daily for lasting benefits. This isn't a one-time magic potion. Think of it like watering a garden. Your memory rebuilds and strengthens through steady, consistent care. It's the small things you do every day that create the biggest changes over time. Most of the seniors I work with start to notice a real difference within 2 to 6 weeks of being consistent. They report calmer thinking, finding it easier to recall names and facts, and experiencing fewer of those frustrating mental blanks. They tell me they feel more confident joining in on conversations. It's truly wonderful to see. So there you have it, the complete 7-step guide to preparing and using this simple, yet powerful memory drink. It's designed to be easy, effective, and safe for daily use. Give it a try, stay consistent, and be patient with your body. You're giving your brain the exact tools it needs to do its best work. Thank you so much for watching and for taking this step toward better brain health. I hope you found this guide helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more tips on aging well and staying sharp. As we bring this episode to a close, I want to leave you with a simple truth I've learned after caring for thousands of older adults over many decades. Memory doesn't fade just because you're getting older. It fades because your brain is asking for support. And providing that support doesn't have to be complicated at all. It starts with the basics: oxygen, circulation, nourishment, and rest. These are the same fundamentals that kept your brain sharp when you were 20, 40, or even 60 years old. Now, this special drink I've shared isn't some magic potion, but when you make it a daily habit, with presence and intention, it transforms into something incredibly powerful. It becomes a clear signal to your brain that you are still invested in your own clarity. It becomes a comforting ritual that helps calm the fear that often surrounds the idea of losing your memory. And it's a wonderful way to nourish your brain during the night, which is precisely when it does its most profound repair work. I have personally seen remarkable changes in patients well into their 80s and 90s. This wasn't because they tried to force their brains to work harder, but because they learned how to support them gently and consistently. So here is my message of hope to you. If you've been forgetting names lately, if conversations are starting to feel a bit harder to follow, or if your mind just feels a little slower in the mornings, please remember this: your memory is not gone. It is simply waiting to be reawakened. Even the tiniest habits, when done consistently, can create tremendous change over time. Think about it: this drink, a short walk each day, a calm, deep breath before you go to bed, or even just 5 minutes of reading something you love. When you bring these small acts together, they become a powerful form of medicine for your mind. My advice to you, as your doctor, is this: start small. The key is to stay consistent. And please, be patient with yourself through this process. Most importantly, do not let fear convince you that this decline is permanent. The human brain is far more resilient and capable of healing than most people realize. If today's lesson brought you any comfort, hope, or clarity, I really encourage you to take the next step. Just leave a comment below with the word recipe, and my team and I will send you the full, step-by-step instructions so you can start making this nourishing drink tonight. And if you'd like more doctor-backed guidance for aging with strength, clarity, and dignity, please subscribe to The Healthy Path. Give this video a thumbs up to support our channel, and share it with someone you know who deserves to feel hopeful about their memory. Your health journey truly matters, and I'm honored to be walking this path with you.